The worst things teachers have done. One day in elementary school, this girl was sitting in her class. She had asthma, and her asthma was acting up, so she was using her inhaler. Okay. Anyway, 2 plus 2 is... 2 plus 2 is 4, that's right, yeah. So, and 3 plus 3 is... Jessica, please. Are you kidding me? Apparently, the teacher couldn't teach because this girl using her inhaler was too distracting. So this is what she did. Give me that. I'm gonna put this in the office. Whenever you want to use it, you have to go to the office to use it, okay? Well, the next day, in that same class, that same girl was having trouble with her asthma again. So she asked, Miss, can I go to the office? I need to use my inhaler really bad. Not right now, Jessica. We're in the middle of a very important lesson, okay? She had a full-blown asthma attack. To the point where the paramedics were called, and she had to be taken to the hospital. That teacher was fired the next day. This school is doing too much. The person that shared this story went to a Catholic middle school with a dress code and everything. A part of that dress code was that students had to wear a tie every single day. Good morning, everyone. Get to class. Come on, come on. Kevin, where's your tie? And if somebody wasn't wearing a tie, they would get a detention, Kevin. You have a detention. Well, the school took this rule a little too far. There were a lot of kids that would walk home from school every day, and they wanted to extend this rule. They said,
if you're a student that walks home, your tie must remain on until you get to your house.
Which is weird, but okay, no one's watching. Wrong. The principal hired people to stand on the main road, checking to make sure these kids who walked home had their ties still on. And if they didn't have their tie on when they were walking home, they would get a detention. That is the craziest thing I have ever heard. Secrets people are taking to the grave. When this person was 14 years old, his great-uncle Jack was staying at his family's house. Well, one day, the only people in the house was this kid and his uncle. Well, apparently Uncle Jack had a bit too much to drink, and he fell down the stairs. He was bleeding out. Well, this kid heard the noise and checked to see what happened. That's when he saw his uncle laying on the ground bleeding. He wanted to call the ambulance right then and there, but he passed out at the sight of blood. He woke up 30 minutes later and immediately called an ambulance. However, it was too late. Uncle Jack had already passed away. Rest in peace, Jack. Weird things that happened at a friend's house. When this kid was 9 years old, he was hanging out at his friend's house when he had to go to the bathroom. Number 2. Couple minutes later, his friend's dad went in the bathroom. He then came out and said this, "Alrighty, we have a problem. Kyle, did you take a poop in my bathroom?" Yeah, I did. Now, why in God's name would you do that? Because I had... Do you know how disrespectful that is? In my toilet. If you had to take a you should have gone to your own house. But sir, I had to go to the bathroom. I don't care. I'm calling your mom right now, and I'm telling her you are never allowed here ever again. Hi, Mrs. Stevens. This is Mr. Johnson. Your son is disgusting, and I hate him.
What? I'm so confused.
This high school freshman English teacher was kinda crazy. Whenever students wouldn't be quiet in class, he would straight up cuss them out in front of everybody. And if that didn't work, he had a backup plan. So I told her that no, we cannot be friends. I think you're a baddie. And she told me that she thinks I'm ugly. So I think that's not fair. I'm very handsome. Hey, Kevin! This is the second time I'm asking you to be quiet today. You know what happens now. Oh no. If students didn't listen after being cussed out, he would take the chalkboard eraser and chuck it at them as hard as he could. He didn't do this to inflict pain. He did this because he knew that chalkboard erasers would leave a mark on their clothing. So when the misbehaving students left after class was over, everyone would know who pissed off the English teacher. Hey, yo, look at Kevin. He messed you up, Kevin. You're still ugly, Kevin. One day, this preschool teacher saw a 4-year-old playing with something shiny. Johnny, what is that? It's nothing. Let me see that. It was a diamond ring. Where did you get this? It was on Mommy's dresser. And why did you take it? Because I want to give it to Stacy. I'm in love with her. You can't be giving things like that away. I'm gonna keep it, and I'm gonna give it to your mom when she picks you up, okay? 2 days later, that teacher sees Stacy playing with something weird. Stacy, what are you playing with? Let me see it. Where did you get these? Johnny gave it to me. It was the keys to a Ford truck and a bottle of cologne. Apparently, this kid thought since he couldn't give her the diamond ring, he would just take his dad's car keys and cologne and give it to her instead. One day, this guy was just chilling at his house when his grandpa comes up and asks, "Hey there, buddy, I just wanted to ask if you wanted to play some chess with me. I think it'd be fun." Ugh, Grandpa, chess is so boring. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna play on my phone, okay? Okay. Maybe next time. Well, 2 weeks later, his grandpa was on a roof, cleaning out the gutters, when he accidentally fell off the roof. His grandpa passed away that day, and to this day, this kid still wishes he would have played chess with his grandpa. The person that shared this story said that one day they were sitting in math class, and one kid got up to use the pencil sharpener. Up to this point, this kid was pretty normal. He had a good amount of friends and he never did anything too crazy, but after he finished sharpening his pencil, he snuck up behind the teacher, who was very focused writing stuff down, so he didn't even notice. He then took out a lighter and lit the teacher's hair on fire. After the teacher patted the fire out of his hair, he looked at the student and asked, "Why did you do this?" "It wasn't me. A spark flew out of the light switch and lit your hair on fire." That's not true, mister. We all saw him light your hair on fire. It wasn't the light switch at all." Obviously, that kid was then expelled. Later, when he was asked why he did it, he replied, "I've always wanted to see a human burn." That kid is now grown up, and he's in prison for life for a different crime. This kid had the best comeback ever. He was in the 4th grade, and he was a very shy kid. Well, one day in class, one of the popular girls was making fun of him. Look at Billy. "Hey, Billy, why are you so weird?" "What, you have nothing to say to me?" Such a weird guy. Well, the teacher noticed this and chimed in. "Hey, Stacy, be nice to him. He's actually very smart. He could be your boss one day." And without missing a beat, the kid replies, "No thanks. I don't want to be a pimp when I grow up." You smell like my mom. "Hey Kyle, I heard you tell Stacy you think you're smarter than me." "Okay, Chad, that's because I am." "Yeah, right, dude. What makes you think that, idiot?" Probably the fact that you failed every single one of your classes last year." "That's it, loser. I've had enough of your crap. You want to fight me?" "You know what? I think I do." "You're not going to do anything. You're a loser." "Oh, Chad, you were wrong." "Yeah, then? What are you going to do? Huh? What are you going to do?" "I'm going to slap you so hard it'll power a small village." "Yeah, right." "Granny, do you think the lights will ever turn back on?" "Hopefully one day, sweetheart, but this town is so poor, we have to use candles for now." "The lights! Thank you. Whoever did this, you've made our lives so much better." This has to be the worst date of all time. When this girl was in college, she had went on a couple dates with this guy she met in one of her classes. Well, one day, they made a plan to hang out at his apartment. It was pretty low-key. He was playing League of Legends, and she was doing homework in his room. Come on! Crap. You must really like that game, huh? You've been on it for hours. Yeah, it's actually my favorite game of all time, so... At that point, she was a little annoyed, but nothing would be as bad as what was about to happen. She suddenly heard some gross, suspicious noises. And then there was the smell, and that's when she knew what was happening. "Did you just shit your pants?" "Who, me?" "No, Abraham Lincoln." "Yes, you. Did you poop your pants?" Yeah, I did." "Why?" Because I'm playing a game. I don't want to get up. I do this all the time, okay? Yeah, okay, this is over. "Oh, come on, I do it all the time. It's not a big deal." Whatever. And she never saw him ever again. That's nasty. This guy messed up. He was seeing this girl. She had 2 kids of her own, and they'd been dating for a few months. Well, he was over at their house one morning, and he wanted to make her kids breakfast. All right, who wants breakfast? Me! I love breakfast, yes. All right, I'll whip something up. He goes to the pantry and he finds a box of pancake mix. He puts it in a bowl, makes the pancake batter, and cooks up a huge plate of hot, tasty pancakes. These are the best pancakes ever. Seriously, they're delicious. I guess you like them, they're almost gone. He figured since there was some more pancake mix left, he would make them a couple more pancakes before breakfast was over. So he goes to the pantry, takes out the pancake mix, opens it, and notices, oh my god, there were tons and tons of maggots inside the pancake mix. He says he has no idea how he didn't realize it the first time. He never told those kids or their mom what happened. But to this day, he still feels bad about feeding them maggot pancakes. That's nasty. My favorite comebacks. This is what I would say to someone who made fun of the way I dressed. "Hey Kyle, what do you want, Chad?" "You dress like a frickin' grandpa, bro." "Oh really? Yeah. That must be why your mom calls me Daddy. My name is Mike, and today's my first day at a new school. Oh, I forgot to mention I'm a bully, and I plan to be the biggest bully here. Are you a bully? Yeah, are you? Yeah, today's my first day. I'm Mike. Hey, I'm Chad. Nice to meet you, man. So, who's easy pickings around here? I love to bully that guy. How about that dude? That's Kyle. I wouldn't bully him if I were you. It's not worth it. Yeah, right, it's always worth it. I'm gonna bully him right now. Hey, loser. Who are you? I'm Mike. I'm the new bully here, and I'm gonna make your life a living hell. Oh, really? Just like how you make your parents' life a living hell? Oh, I'm sorry, should I say parent? I'm sure your mom doesn't even know who your dad is. Wait, what? You donkey-looking, big-head, hat-wearing fool. I bet you eat cereal with water because your dad never came home with the milk. You suck, man. Well, you suck more, for less. I told you, bro. I miss my old school. This kid had a horrible lunchroom experience. He was in first grade and it was lunchtime. The school was serving popcorn chicken that day, but this school was kind of weird. They didn't have ketchup packets for students to take. Instead, the vice principal would pass ketchup bottles down the tables. Kids would take how much they needed and keep it going. Well, when the bottle got to this kid, he accidentally poured a lot of ketchup on his plate. The vice principal saw this. You. Yeah, that's a lot of ketchup. It was an accident. You're gonna finish it, right? Yeah, of course I'm gonna eat all my chicken. You're gonna finish that ketchup, right? What? You're gonna eat all of that ketchup, and if you don't, you're going to the principal's office. When the popcorn chicken was gone, there was still a crap ton of ketchup on his plate. So, he had to eat it with a spoon. Keep going. Keep going. That night when he got home, he told his mom what happened. The mom called the school, and the vice principal that made him eat that ketchup was fired. There was an incident at this one high school that was messy. So the person that shared this story said at their high school, there was a poopatrator, okay, that would leave smeared poop paintings in the bathrooms, and no picture was the same. One kid found a poop painting of a flower and a sun. Another kid found a smiley face. One kid found a cat. This poopatrator was pooping and using the poop to finger paint on the bathroom walls. It went on for a few months. Nobody could figure out who did this, until one day that kid was caught brown-handed, using his poop to paint the Statue of Liberty in one of the school bathrooms. He was suspended and sent to therapy. This kid became a legend. It was about halfway through the year, and this kid randomly started wearing kilts to school every single day. He was bullied immediately. Hey, nice kilt, man. But instead of getting offended, all he would say was, hey, thanks. I was kidding, dude. You look super dumb. Well, I disagree. All right, have a good one. Still, for a while, every day, he was bullied. Nice kilt. Thank you so much. I was just kidding. You look stupid. After a few months, it got to a point where people stopped bullying him. It's Kilt Kid. Should we bully him? I kind of changed my mind. He's so confident. Look at him. It makes me want to wear a kilt. The next day, Kilt Kid walks into the school wearing his kilt. Day after day, more and more kids began wearing kilts to school. What an absolute legend. The weirdest school rules ever. At this one middle school, there was a rule. The rule was
no farting in class.
Which I know farting is gross and no one wants to smell that, but if you have to fart really bad and you can't hold it in, sometimes they just come out. So to work around this, the school said if anyone has to fart during class, they must go to the bathroom to fart and then come back. Miss, I have to fart. Can I go to the bathroom? But the thing is, 9 times out of 10, the teachers would say, no, sorry, you should have farted before class. You had plenty of time. But in my experience, that's not how farting works. These teachers at the school also appointed students to be sniffers. People in that class who would keep their noses peeled. If they smelled a fart, they would tell the teacher. And then an investigation would ensue to find out who farted. Miss? Yes? Yeah, I'm pretty sure Billy farted. I smell it. It's right around here. Billy, I told you no. I couldn't help it. It just happened. Principal's office. But now. That stinks. Why it smelled like pasta? This kid became a legend. It was a high school in a very small town. It was about halfway through the year, and this kid randomly started wearing kilts to school every single day. Well, obviously, he was bullied immediately. Hey, nice kilt, man. But instead of getting offended, all he would say was, hey, thanks. I was kidding, dude. You look super dumb. Well, I disagree. Alright, have a good one. Still, for a while, every day, he was bullied. Nice kilt. Thank you so much. I was just kidding. You look stupid. It's really embarrassing for you. Oh, well, I disagree. After a few months, it got to a point where people stopped bullying him. It's Kilt Kid. Should we bully him? I kind of changed my mind. He's so confident. Look at him. It makes me want to wear a kilt. The next day, Kilt Kid walks into the school wearing his kilt. Day after day, more and more kids began wearing kilts to school. What an absolute legend. Here are some crazy things that happened at fast food restaurants. Up first, when this dude was in high school, he worked at a McDonald's inside of a Walmart. Well, there was one Walmart employee that would come in every day to order 2 fish fillet sandwiches with extra tartar sauce. Well, on this particular day, the Walmart employee comes in and orders, hey man, yeah, the usual. Hey, you got it, bro. When he got his 2 fish fillets with the extra sauce, he took a bite and decided that there was too much sauce, man. He then threw both of the sandwiches at this kid's face. What the heck, man? The Walmart employee then left and this kid tried to forget about it. Well, a couple of hours later, the Walmart employee was being walked back into the McDonald's by his manager. He has something he wants to say. You have something you want to say, don't you? I'm sorry. Excuse me? I'm sorry for throwing the sandwiches at you. Thank you. We're so sorry, it won't happen again. Okay, yeah, no problem. The Walmart then banned him from ever going into that McDonald's ever again. Up next, this person worked at a popular burger chain. You know how the burger patties sometimes look like this? They're all frozen together with sheets in between them? Well, one day this guy walks in and he sees his coworkers separating these burger patties, but not in a way you would think, or in a way that's very sanitary. They were just bashing them on the grimy floor until they all fell apart. They would then pick them off the floor and put them right on the grill. That's disgusting. This girl was being trained to work at a breakfast spot. On this day, she was being trained on how to put the waffle batter inside the waffle maker. As she was watching her manager demonstrate, she saw her manager's Band-Aid fall off right into the waffle batter. Yeah, it's just, you know, you kind of like, your Band-Aid's in the batter. Oops. You pour it right in. She just took her Band-Aid out and still used the batter to make waffles. Again, that's nasty. This one's crazy. This guy was a shift manager at an ice cream spot. One day, he walked into the freezer and he saw 2 of his employees peeing inside the ice cream mix. He was livid. He kicked them out of the ice cream shop and he had to disinfect the entire freezer. When the general manager finally showed up at the store, he thought she would be proud of him, or just as angry as he was. Instead, she said, "You've got to be kidding me. Why would you kick them out? We're short-staffed today. And why would you throw away that perfectly good ice cream mix? Ma'am, they peed in it. The customers don't know that, do they?" Later that day, he quit. Absolutely nuts. Here are some crazy things that happened at fast food restaurants. Up first, when this dude was in high school, he worked at a McDonald's inside of a Walmart. Well, there was one Walmart employee that would come in every day to order 2 fish fillet sandwiches with extra tartar sauce. Well, on this particular day, the Walmart employee comes in and orders, hey man, yeah, the usual. Hey, you got it, bro. When he got his 2 fish fillets with the extra sauce, he took a bite and decided that there was too much sauce, man. Watch the full video right here. That's absolutely hilarious. Chad, can you please move? I want to use the water fountain. Oh, hey, Kyle. I saw you sit out during gym class today. Yeah, I forgot my uniform at home. Yeah, right. I think you made that up because you're fat and you're lazy. Do you think your parents are proud of you? I don't know. Yeah, I think. I doubt that. I bet your parents change the subject when their friends ask about you. That is not true at all. Mrs. Stevens?
Chad, hi.
You're friends with my mom, right?
Yeah, we go to the same gym. I see her every Tuesday and Thursday.
Can you call her on speakerphone right now and just ask her about me?
I'll call her right now.
Hello?
Hi, Carol. How are you doing? Janie Stevens. Oh my god, I'm still sore from last week. Oh my god, me too. It's like I busted my booty.
Ask her.
So how's Chad doing? How about the weather today? Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, gotta go. Good chatting. Bye.
What? Move, idiot.
What the heck, bro?
Oh, you gonna cry, Kyle? Huh? You gonna cry? Yeah, I don't cry, Chad. You're such a loser, dude, and I don't know why, but I hate you so much. Right, dude? I hate you, Kyle. Yeah, Kyle sucks. Shut up, Billy. You pooped your pants last year, okay? I did. Hey, don't touch my friend like that. I don't know what your problem is, Chad, but I'm guessing it's hard to pronounce. You mother. Yeah, and yours is next. I pooped. Kyle, what, Chad? Nice mustard on your shirt, you frickin' slob. Whatever, man. At least I didn't fail English 3 times. Good story, man, but in what chapter do you shut up? That was good, right? What was that, man? I could eat a can of alphabet soup and poop out a better comeback than that. In fact, stay there. I'll be right back. Perfect. Hey, Chad. What? Look. How did he do that? How did he do that? This person needs to go back to school. Alright, the guy that shared the story said he used to work at a radio station, and they were taking calls from people that lived in the surrounding area. Well, a woman called to complain about a street sign. Here's how it went. Alright, next caller, you are on. Hi, yeah, thanks for answering the call. I'm a big fan of your show. Thank you so much. So what did you want to bring up to us today? Yeah, so I was driving along Horsefoot Road, and I noticed that the city put up deer crossing signs. Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, animal cruelty. Are you kidding me? What do you mean by that? Well, think about it, okay? The deer are gonna see that sign and they're gonna think, oh, this must be a safe place to cross the road, and then they cross and get hit by a car. Why would they put signs up like that? Ma'am, no, this is really messed up to have those signs there. Deer can't read signs. I'm pretty sure, no animals can read signs. The signs are there for the drivers to watch out for the deer and to slow down. I think deer just cross the street whenever they want. I mean, I'm not sure where you got this idea, but yeah. The woman then got pissed and started cursing at him on the air. She was then arrested a week later by police for attempting to pull up the deer crossing signs and throw them away. At one middle school, teachers began to notice that boys were bringing a pineapple to class. They didn't think too much of it, but they started getting suspicious. The teachers then realized that this was the same pineapple that was being passed around from kid to kid every day. Well, one day, a teacher walked into the bathroom and saw a group of boys worshiping this pineapple. Thank you, Pineapple, for everything you've done for us this week. I really appreciate you. Kyle? Thanks, Billy. Pineapple, I love you so much. I asked Stacy to the dance and she said yes. I know that was your doing. You're really amazing. Greg? Thanks, Kyle. I wish that Mrs. Greenwood gets sick or falls down the stairs and breaks her arm because I really don't want to take the math test today. Pineapple, pineapple, we love you, pineapple. Pineapple, pineapple, we love you, pineapple. What in God's name is going on in here? I'm taking this pineapple. You 3 can go to the office. You have no idea what you just did. Who would throw away a whole pineapple? I took that from 3 boys today. They were praying to it in the bathroom. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I can't believe she took it. Oh my God. This is the worst day of my life. Everyone shut up. Chill out. I have an idea. Me and that pineapple are very close. It's almost like we have a connection. She's gonna pay for this. What do you suggest we do, man? Say it with me, boys. Pineapple, pineapple, we love you, pineapple. Pineapple, pineapple, we love you, pineapple. Alrighty, I'm heading downstairs to my next class. I'll see you guys later. Stupid pineapple. Napleski. Pineapple-ski.
Make her wish she never walked into that bathroom. What the?
Oh, hi, Mrs. Stevens. You should be more careful. You just tripped on a pineapple. When this girl was in high school, her parents had this very strict rule. Alright, love you guys. I'm going to my friend's house. Okay, don't forget the rules. I won't. The rule was this. She had a curfew every night, and for every minute she was late after curfew, she would be grounded for a week. So if she was 2 minutes late coming home, she would be grounded for 2 weeks. Well, one day she was stuck behind a train. Come on. It was one of those long trains. You know what I'm talking about. Well, it was passing for 10 minutes, causing her to be 10 minutes late, Marissa. Do you know what that means? You were 10 minutes. Honey, please, I got this. No. 10 minutes late is what? 10 weeks. Excuse me? 10 weeks. 10 weeks, very good. You're grounded for 10 weeks, now get to your room. Oh, God, I hate them so much. Stupid rule. What the heck? What's a pineapple doing in here? Oh, I gotta go to school.
Take me.
Okay. Bye, Mom. Bye, Dad. I'm catching the bus. Good morning, class. I am back, as you can see. I wanted to say thank you all for the get well cards. I am doing great. It was just a broken arm. Marissa, what is that? It's a pineapple. It's my lunch. No. Get the heck out of my classroom right now. Go sit in the hallway. What are you talking? I am not doing this again. Go sit in the hallway. I'm gonna go talk to the principal. I'll be right back. Marissa? Greg, hi. Where did you get that? This is gonna sound crazy, but it just appeared. It just appeared? Okay, grab it and follow me. Mrs. Greenwood, I don't think you're ready to be back at school yet. No, my arm is fine. I'm not talking about your arm, I'm talking about your mind. You are not mentally fit. You don't understand. You think a pineapple is trying to kill you. You can just take a seat anywhere. What is this place? It's the old custodian closet. Nobody comes in here, you're fine. Hey Marissa. What's up, Marissa? Hey Kyle, hey Billy. You guys, what is going on? Look. You have one too? I don't exactly know what's going on, but it appeared for me too. These pineapples are special. But right now, there is something that we have to stop. You guys, Marissa was chosen just like us, and Mrs. Greenwood is back today, and she kicked her out of her room. And now she's talking to the principal, so we have to do something. What can she even do, though? I don't know, but she needs to go. It's not right to keep hurting her. We don't have to hurt her, but we can influence a decision. After me. Pineapple, pineapple, we love you, pineapple. Pineapple, pineapple, we love you, pineapple. And now we wait. You're right, I'm sorry. I've had a long week. It's okay, I totally understand. Alright, I will see. What the heck? You are fired! Get out of my school! It's done. Let's talk about what's next. This teacher is the worst. When he was 9 years old, he had a teacher that hated him. He was kind of a chubby kid, and one time he didn't do his homework and she flipped out. This is your workbook. You're supposed to do homework in your workbook. I don't see your homework. She was flipping through it so hard she ripped a bunch of pages. But she wasn't done. She then, in front of the entire class, started screaming at him even more. You know what, Kyle? You're probably too busy stuffing your face with sandwiches and Twinkies that you didn't have time to do your homework. You're so fat. She then made him go to the back corner of the classroom and stand there with his hands straight up in the air until class was over. Hands up, Kyle! He went home and told his parents what happened. The next day, they came into school with him. They went to her room and asked why she did that. To which she replied, I'm sorry, I don't recall that happening. I think your kid might be making it up. I'm sorry. Watch this. Hey Kyle, you're a loser, man. Why do you do this, Chad? What have I ever done to you? You annoy me, I think you're a loser, and nobody likes you. Alright, Chad, yeah, whatever, I don't care. Alright, bye. What are you even gonna do with your life, Kyle, huh? Your parents are probably gonna be so disappointed with you. Oh, you think so, Chad? What are you gonna do with your life? I'm joining the Navy, so... Oh, you're joining the Navy? Yeah, I'm actually shipping out around Christmas time next year after I graduate, so... Oh, okay, well, the only thing your mom wants for Christmas is a folded flag. You better take that back, Kyle. Alright, class, so can anyone answer this question? Miss, I think you spelled that word wrong. I definitely did. Thank you, Kayla. Let me just correct this really fast. Ha! Nice going, idiot. At least I don't sit by myself at lunch.
Oh my god, what a loser. Got him. I hate that guy. Why he smell like cheese?
Hey, Kyle. What do you want, Chad? Nice headphones, loser. Oh, okay, Chad. Well, I saw the results of your test in math class last week. 43%. That's really good. Shut up, dude. What? Yeah, I think your father would be very disappointed in you. If he stayed. This kid went to a private school, and it was a rule that students were not allowed to have their phones on them. Well, one day, the vice principal bursts into one of these classrooms, and in a panic, he says, "Quick, I need to use someone's phone right now. Somebody please help me." The students were like, "You can use mine, Mr. Johnson. I have one too, you can use it if you want. You can use mine, Mr. J." Turns out there wasn't actually an emergency. The vice principal wanted to trick their students into revealing that they had their phones on them. 10 students in that class got detention that day. That's bogus. Super strange Craigslist prank. One day the student and his friend posted an ad on Craigslist as a joke. The ad said, "Looking for a man to be filmed eating a sandwich." Is that good? Bro, that's perfect. Post it. The funny thing is, they got 12 responses on that ad. Some people wanted to be filmed eating a sandwich so bad, they even sent them their resumes. Well, there was one guy who applied. He was rather nerdy looking. On the day of the shoot, this guy shows up. Now, eat the sandwich. But like, act excited, be enthusiastic, okay? Be more excited about this. Yeah! Yeah, nice. Perfect. I love this. I love the sandwich. Perfect. Did we get it? Now pretend to be a squirrel eating it. Okay. Alright, we got it. We got it. Nice job, man. And he left. They never saw him again. People who were legends in their high school. This kid named Carlos was a new student at this school, and one kid decided he was gonna bully Carlos every day. This kid was super mean, and Carlos, for the first few days, just took it. Well, eventually Carlos had enough. One day, while this kid was bullying Carlos pretty bad, Carlos took a step back, spun around, and kicked him in the face. Obviously, that kid didn't know he was bullying a Taekwondo national champion. Needless to say, Carlos was never bullied again. Legendary.
যাই শোনো আমি একটা জিনিস ভাবতেছিলাম
কি বলো তো
সেটা হচ্ছে যে আই থিংক উই ক্যান বি আ ভেরি গুড টিম জীবনে তো কোনো হাফ ডান প্র্যাঙ্কের ইতিহাস নেই আজকে এটারে ফুল ডান করে ছাড়বো দাঁড়া ওকে I should go now. I should go now. No, he just go now. ঠিক আছে
এপ্রিল ফুল আজকে পয়লা এপ্রিল তুমি সবাইকে বোকা বানাও আমরা আজকে তোমাকে বোকা বানিয়েছি
নেন মানব কল্যাণে ম্যাক্স আগে আসবে এটাই তো স্বাভাবিক
হ্যালো আরে ঠিকানা তো খুঁজে পাচ্ছি না আপনি কোন ঠিকানা দিবেন
খারাপ হবে না তাছাড়া তুমি তো দেখতে শুনতে ভালোই সুন্দরী একটা সুন্দরী মেয়ে যদি টিমের সাথে থাকে খারাপ কি I'd love to no worries
শেষ
মাই ফোন আমার কষ্ট করে কেনা ফোন
শাট আপ একটা কথা আর বলবি না
কি সমস্যা তোমাদের
তুমি নাকি আমার ফোন ভেঙে ফেলছো
ফোনটা তো আনাই হইছে খুঁজে না এখন
দেখেন আপনারা যে আমাকে থানা নিচ্ছেন আপনাদের থানাও কিন্তু আমার ফ্যান ফলোয়াররা ঘেরাও করে ফেলবে হোসেন ভাই ম্যান আপনারা একটু পর আমার সাথে সেলফি তুলতে চান তখন আমি তুলবো না
থানা নিয়ে যান শোন ওই যে ও দেখ শুয়ে আছে ও আজকে বেটার 3 নাম্বার গাছটা তার পেছনে গিয়ে তুই কিন্তু দাঁড়াবে ঠিক আছে আজকে বেটার খবর আছে
আরো নেক্সট লেভেল হাউ
আমার মাথায় একটা আইডিয়া এসেছে ওই কন্টেন্ট যদি তুমি বানাতে পারো একদম হিট ভাইরাল হয়ে যাবে একদম
তুই এটা করতে পারলি
কেন মা ও কি কম ফুটে পুরো ব্ল্যাক ডায়মন্ড দেখো মা
আমার না মাথা ঘুরতেছে
আমার নেক্সট আপকামিং 5টা প্রজেক্টের ফুটেজ ছিল এই ফোনটাতে। তোমরা এটা কেন করছো এই ফোনটার মধ্যে? ফোনটার মধ্যে আমার কত জরুরি জরুরি ফুটেজ ছিল আমার।
শোন,
হোয়াট দ্য ফাক? এই আপনি কে এসব কি করছেন আপনি? দেখতে মানুষের মতো আর ভূতের মাস্ক পরে ভয় দেখানো। হ্যাঁ, আমি কখনো তাকে দেখিনি, চিনিও না ইভেন। এই কে আপনি? হোয়াট দ্য হেল? আপনি জান
হু আর ইউ? ওয়েট, বলছি একটা সেকেন্ড।
ম্যাক্স ভাই, স্যার নিজেও তো আপনার খুব ফ্যান দেখলাম ভাই। একটা যদি সুযোগ দেন একটা সেলফি তুলে রাখ।
নো 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 নো
69/2 শঙ্কর গলিটা কোন দিকে?
শঙ্কর গলিতে আপনি পার্কের মধ্যে পাবেন না।
আচ্ছা পার্ক তো বুঝলাম, 3 নাম্বার গেটটা কোন দিকে পার্কের?
পার্কের 3 নম্বর গেট তো ওইদিকে।
সুবর্ণ আপু, আপনার বেবি কি হলো? সুবর্ণ আপু, আপনার বেবি। আল্লাহ, কি হয়েছে?
তোমার জিনিসটা ঝামেলা আছে। ঝামেলা হচ্ছে যে সব নষ্ট হয়ে যাবে। বেড়াই না।
আর শোনো, টিন্ডারে ম্যাচ হওয়া মানেই কিন্তু আই এম নট রেডি ফর হুক আপ। আজ দেখা হবে, কাল ডেট হবে, আমি এরকম মেয়ে না।
যত সব ফেক আইডি, এতদিন ফেসবুকে সব ফেক আইডি দেখতাম, এখন বাস্তবে ঘুরে বেড়াও। যত সব যাবেন ফাজিল কোথাকার।
বলছিলাম না যে আপনারে আমার সেলফি তুলতে চাবেন, তখন তো পাত্তা দেন নাই ভাই।
স্যার আমি তো খুবই সরি স্যার, নিজে তো আপনার বড় ফ্যান। একটা সুযোগ দেন, একটা সেলফি।
ওইটা আচ্ছা আচ্ছা দেখেন তো, এখানে তো তাই লেখা না। 3 নাম্বার গেট, আবার পার্ক, আবার শঙ্কর গলি, বুঝতেছি না।
3 নম্বর গেট ওইদিকে।
কি হয়েছে বলতো? আর বলিস না, তোরে যে বুকিং দিচ্ছে সে তো এখন আমার পিছনে লাগছে।
দিশান, ও দরজা লাগিয়ে দিতে। কই যায়?
আমরা তো বিয়েই দিয়ে দিবে বাসা থেকে।
মাম্মা লাভ স্টোরি তো শুরু করে দিলা। ভালো ভালো ভালো।
মালটারে কি পড়ানো যায়?
তুই একটা কাম কর, আজকে থেকে আমি তোমার, তুমি আমার, ব্যাস ডিসিশন ফাইনাল, বুকিং দিয়ে রাখলাম। ঠিক আছে? কি খবর তোমাদের? কেমন আছো তোমরা সবাই? ভালো তো না? তুমি জানো তোমায় কালকে তো খবর বলছি।
হ্যালো, আসসালামু আলাইকুম।
ওয়ালাইকুম আসসালাম। কি রে হৃদয়, মানা করতেছি।
ভাবি আপনি জানেন আমি একবার অসুস্থ হয়ে গেছিলাম, ও আমাকে রক্ত দেয়নি, আর আজকে আপনাকে রক্ত দিয়ে চিঠি লিখছে।